One new episode starts today in my YouTube channel. Its name is Ellipse English Episode I. It is my 412th video. I would like to say some words as a preface related with this ellipse. This video, this ellipse episode, fully related with the making elliptical type fabricated jobs. What is ellipse? If one job is having, in colloquial word I can say, in one job is having a shape of approximate one egg. It is the approximate shape of one egg. If it is having a shape of egg, and that kind of jobs have to be made in fabrication field, how will we be making this kind of jobs in fabrication field? That will be described in the episode. This episode has 3 parts. The first part, in my first part, not my first episode, first part, it means it will have so many episodes. Second part also will have so many episodes. Third part also will have so many episodes. In this episode's first part, I will be describing about to mark ellipse in different ways. Those ways, those systems, it is followed in this world for years. And second part is the method which is used in world for marking, developing and fabricating. Is it fully related with the proper ellipse? That is second part. Third part is, it is very difficult to mark, develop, fabricate ellipse. So, what is the easy method from its starting? From its starting means, first of all, it is to be marked. For that purpose, if there is a formula, we can complete it very easily. So we have to invent one formula. In that formula, there should be 2 radiuses. I will be describing about these 3. First, I told different methods which is used in this world. Nowadays, in this world, so many different methods is used for marking ellipse. One is this kind of one method. It will have major diameter and minor diameter. One ellipse will have major diameter. The diameter which starts from here to here is called a major diameter, and the small diameter which starts from here to here is called minor diameter. For with this major diameter, one round will be made, and with this minor diameter, one round will be made. From this part, they will divide this circle with 12 parts or more than 12 parts, and vertical lines and horizontal lines will be made. These vertical lines and horizontal lines will be meeting in certain points. Those points will be marked together and one ellipse will be formed. Another one method is parallel lines will be drawn in horizontal way and vertical way. These ones will be meeting in some certain points. Those points will be used as the edges of ellipse and one ellipse will be formed. So many methods are there. I don't like to say all and I don't like to waste the time. You have to recognize this kind of so many methods are there. One method is thread system. With thread, ordinary thread, we can make ellipse. I will describe it in episode. Another method, 2 rounds will be formed. With this round, one ellipse will be formed. This method I will be describing. And some other people, they make 3 points in one major line and they make ellipse. So, this kind of so many methods are there. 10 or 11, more than 12 methods are there. All methods, most of the methods I will be describing. That is our first part. Second part, we will be comparing these methods. It may be 13 methods, 14 methods. Anyway, those methods we will be comparing with proper ellipse. Is it proper? If sometimes it may have proper accuracy when compared with the real ellipse. If it isn't having proper accuracy, we will have to avoid those systems. Sometimes it may be proper system. Sometimes it may not be proper system. Sometimes it may be proper system. Sometimes it may not be proper system. Sometimes it may be proper system. So we will recognize it. We will study about it. That is second part. Third part is we will have to invent so many things in between this kind of invention. One formula also we have to find out. Formula means with 2 radiuses, one ellipse has to be made. It means we have to use compass in this point and we have to draw one radius, that is minor radius. Minor radius comes in the both ends of major diameter. This is major diameter. For making major diameter, we have to use 2 minor radiuses. And for making minor diameter, we have to use one major radius. It means compass has to be pointed here and we have to draw this radius. This circles one small part. This chord has to be drawn. Same way, compass has to be taken away from here and it has to be placed here. Then we can make the round of this portion. So, this kind of ellipse we will have to find out. For that purpose we have to find out, we have to invent one formula. That is third part. Okay, I slightly told about preface, and next is why have I got interest in this fabrication, especially fabrication of ellipse. We shall just think about it. Once I was making one square to round job. Think, this is called square to round. In my some other fabrication related episodes, I have taught you about engineering drawing. In that engineering drawing, I have told about plan and elevation. Plan means that is the view from top. So, in another way we can say plan is a top view. This, it is elevation. It means front view of this job. If it is being visible from this side, we look from here, whatever we see, that is this one. And whatever we see from top of this ellipse, if we look from here to here, we will see something that is this. What does it mean? It is a square to round job. In its bottom, square is there. In its bottom, square is there. In elevation, it will be visible as a line. In plan, it will be visible as a square. And this square to round job has approximately this much height. I haven't written dimension line. In its vertical height, top is round. Top is round. In plan, round is really visible as round, but in its elevation, round is visible as a line. It has inclination from this line to rounds this portion. This line to rounds this portion. Same thing is happening in 4 directions. From this line, it is having this much of inclination to round. Okay. For making this one, we have to make some bending lines from this corner to the 90-degree part of this round. This round is lying in the proper center of the square. So, if you make a center line of this square, center line will be passing through this point and this point. Here also we will make one center line. The center point line also will be reaching in this point and this point. Up to this point, our bending marks have to be reached. If it is bigger, so many bending lines have to be made up to this point. I didn't draw more lines. It will make a confusion. So, recognize it. Bending lines starts from corner and reaches in the different parts of nearest parts of round. This bending lines doesn't reach in opposite direction. Always remember it. Okay. So once I was making this kind of square to round job. That time it was being made from 1 mm or 1.2 sheet. I was making it from a single sheet. I didn't use 2 sheets. So, both parts will reach in this portion and this portion will be welded. I tried to fit these 2 portions, but it didn't reach properly. It had some steps like this. Now, we can see step here. Now we can see step here. From this lines, slightly top side, it's another portion has reached. There is a step. So step has reached here also. I tried to press with my hands and tried to make single line. I tried to avoid step, but I couldn't do it because that much of load was with this one. So I had to use one pressing machine, fly press. In between fly press, I kept this lowest portions 3 points, and this point I pressed to down, and it reached in single line like this. Step has been removed, and I asked it to make a tack. I asked to make a mini welding. My welder did a small tack. Afterwards, I removed the pressing machine. Then I suspected with my hands I couldn't avoid this step, and I had to use fly press. So heavy load is there. Sometimes this tack may be broken. So I asked the welder to increase the length of this tacking welding. I told you that I removed fly press, and I asked to increase the length of this small tack. He tried to increase the tack of early done tack. Within seconds, when he touched his electrode in tack portion, that time itself it has been broken. Again it formed in this way. I really wanted. That time I got one experience. If one job is having load, because of load, I had to use fly press for pressing it to down. If there is load, before removing load, if it is having load, for tacking again to the top of tack, before removing force, before removing load, now I gave the load of fly press. Before removing fly press, before removing pressing machine's load, I had to tack. In this portion, fly press will be here. That time, I had to increase the length of tacking. Afterwards, I had to remove fly press. That kind of one experience I got. Experience is the teacher of experience is greatest teacher. Whatever we study from experience, that is to be underlined in our mind. Otherwise, that is to be written for not to forget. Then that is becoming us the greatest teacher. Then it will give knowledge to our own brilliance, our own brain, our own heart, our own mind. So, whatever experience teaches, that is to be underlined in our mind. So, now I think you realized before removing jobs load, with load, we shouldn't tack. Increase the tack. For making you understand, just think about it. It is an I-beam. It is a I-beam. These two I-beams have to be used. For that purpose, I use this kind of one easy method. It will be, one I-beam will be placed in between two supports. Second I-beam, I will be placed in one support only. End has to be tacked. We shouldn't make more dramas. So, top of this I-beam, I will keep one stopper. top of this I-beam, I have kept one stopper. Stoppers, both end I have tacked in one I-beam. So, its level, this one will be reached. Now, when I drew this one, it has more length to this I-beam. That is wrong. Don't give more length to these I-beams top side, because we are using this support only for matching this I-beam's top and this I-beam's top. After making it properly, sometimes we may have to lift it up, or sometimes we may have to bring it down, or sometimes we may have to pull it to this side, or sometimes we may have to push it to that side. That is second matter. So, this support has to have short length after second I-beam's end. Here I drew more length, and second I-beam's top side, when we make tacking, this portion, this stopper has to have more length above the I-beam. So, if it is having more length, in lengthy directions, lengthy places, we can tack. Here, to nearest tacks have come. It won't take load. That is not that is improperly. So, stopper has to be changed to this side. So, here length will be there, and we can tack in lengthy portions. And here length will be shortened. Because of that, proper end will be matching with the proper end. Okay. So, what do I say means, it is I-beam. It's one section is this one. Section means I have taught you in fabrication related classes. If we cross this I-beam and to look to that side, what will be seeing? We will be seeing this kind of one web. From here to here, this portion is called web, and from here to here, this portion is called flange. One I-beam is having two flanges. One is this one, and the second one is this one. Two flanges and one web. So, we were speaking about do not tack above the tack of a heavy load. Before removing load, we have to increase the length of tack. Don't tack above a small tack before removing load. Before removing load, we have to tack above the tack. If we have removed the load, it means now load is there because no support is here. Think these two has been joined. One tack is here. Again, if I make a tack above this tack will be heated and it will be broken and it will be fallen. So what should I do? If we have tacked, before removing its support is this one. Before removing this support, one more tack is to be given another place of I-beam. Sometimes we may have made tack in this portion. Another tack has to be downside or middle side or flanges, end side or anyway. So recognize, when one job will have load, before removing load, With load, we shouldn't tack above the tack. Okay. This is, so I got one thought. This kind of jobs means one place it is having different structures from bottom to top. Bottom there is a square, top there is a round, in between it is having different shape. That isn't fully square, that isn't fully round also. When we reach very near to this round area, more round area will be there. There won't be more square area like that. From its center to bottom side, if we make one section, if we do one section and draw, there will be more square type side and there won't be more round type. So it is having different shapes. So I realized because of tacking and above tacking, it had been broken. Then I recognized. If it is having different types of shape everywhere, it will have more strength. That kind of one thought I got. If one angle won't have more strength when compared with one square to round job, if it is being kept in vertical position and top side, if we give one load, this portion may have bend because it is a tail end. It is a tail end. It hasn't been locked like one square to round job, or it won't have different shape in its top side or bottom side. If it is having angle type, L type shape in top side, bottom side also it will have L shaped. So if we give more force in top side, sometimes this portion will be bend, and afterwards this job, this corner also will have bend. Totally it will have bend. Sometimes that much of bend may not be occurred here, even if it is so. This portion is tail end. This portion is tail end. If we just hammer it to this side, it will come very easily because it is a tail end. If we give one load in its top side, this tail end will have more. This tail end will not have more strength. Because of that, it may move to this side or it may move to this side. Totally, job will be damaged. And same thing will happen in I-beam also. It is having tail end. In this tail end, it won't have more strength. If we give more load at the top of this I-beam, it may be moving to this side or it may be moving to this side. It will happen in four sides. If it happens in four sides, its web also will be damaged. Web also will have bend. Totally, I-beam will be damaged. Slightly, we can avoid because it doesn't have one tail end. Even if it is so, if we give one force from here to this diagonal direction, it will come near, because just think, it is a flat. It is also a flat. Just think about it, flat. And these two flats have been bolted in this corner. Just imagine this flat and this flat has been welded. Instead of that, one bolting has been done in this corner, bolting has been done in this corner and all corners. And if we give one force from here, this bolt will be in between these flats, and if we give force to inside, it will move to inside. Then this portion will be lengthened. This portion will be shortened. It will become like a straight line. So, when compared with angle, when compared with channel, when compared with I-beam, it may have strength some more. Even if it is so, if we give force from here, it also will be damaged. So, why? It has same structure, same profile in its top side, bottom side also it will have same profile. But that kind of one problem doesn't have this kind of job. If it is having more length like angle or channel or I-beam or SHS, square hollow section, or RHS, rectangular hollow section, or pipe, round pipe, or some other jobs, what will happen? It's bottom side one shape, top side one shape. So I got one thought, if it is having different types of shapes in top and bottom, it will take more strength. So I thought about ellipse. Why did I think about ellipse? Means, in my childhood, before studying about fabrication, one contest was going on in one ground. Means, one fellow told, I will bring one egg and you have to press this egg from this side and this side. And you have to make it break. It has to be broken because of the force giving from these two directions. These two directions. Not from these two directions. If we give force from these two directions, egg will be broken very quickly. He told you have to give force from these two places. These two places have to be inside of your hand and you have to press and you have to break it. If you break it, I will give you one reward. He tried his best, but he couldn't. That is one fact. Human force is very difficult to break one egg's egg in lengthwise direction. It is lengthwise direction. If you press it from here, it will be very difficult to break. It won't be broken. But we can break it giving force from here too. Then, when I got the experience of square to round job, I thought about the contest which had happened so many years ago before I start to study about fabrication. So I realized one job is having different shapes in all directions. It will take more strength. Just think about this ellipse. If you make one cross, it is having one shape. If it is crossing here, if it is crossing here, if it is crossing here, it is having different shapes. In lengthwise, it is having different shapes. In widthwise, it is having different shapes. So, in official way, we can say in X direction and in Y direction, it is having different shape. So it will have more strength. I realized if one job has to have more strength, it has to be square to round, it has to be ellipse. So I got interest in ellipse. In coming episodes, first part we can study, that is some methods which is used in world for marking, developing ellipse. That will be studied in next episode. Thank you very much.